Welcome to Game 3 of our Best of 3 series between Reakly and momo4sho. We finally have a change of map. I've cast every single game on Road to Tunis so far, so it's nice to be on the beaches for a change. But right now we've got Reakly playing as the British forces in the south and momo4sho as the Wehrmacht in the north. So actually I believe it was the highest VP count from the first two games. That person gets to pick faction. I believe that it was Reakly, I think. He may have to step in and correct me. I'm pretty sure it was Reakly. So for Reakly to bring out Brits here, very interesting. Be nice to see what he goes for. Some really good, strong combinations with the Brits in a lot. Well, to be honest, in all light factions. In all factions, we're seeing light vehicles at the moment, but Brits have something really special in the double Stuart build. We'll see if we see it. Have a quick look at the map. So, of course, your high munitions points are on the left and your high fuel points on the right if you want to dive into enemy territory. Otherwise, you've got to play a flat line across here. But actually, I think in general, most players would agree this side of the map is the best to go for because you do have the 2 plus 60 munitions points and the plus 10 fuel. You can just about hang on to that one on the right. We'll see what the players think. Momo's going to go for double MG42s again, but not the double Pioneers this time. It really worked successfully in the previous game. Reakly, I'm interested to watch Reakly quite closely here because it would be the first British Forces game that we've cast today. So it's interesting to give this faction a bit of limelight as well. Right now we've just got infantry sections trying to plug away at the Grenadiers in green cover, but they did take suppression beforehand, so they're still a bit limited in their offensive capabilities. I think this is a bad engagement for Reakly. He probably wants to get out of there. I can't actually see what he's waiting around in this engagement for. He's actually allowed another MG42 to set up and take shots on him, and now his squad is at risk of being dropped on retreat by Momo. He's got the Grenadiers running. Momo wants to stand still just to get a little bit of accuracy on the retreat, and he pops the squad. That's bad play from Reakly and kind of good play from Momo. I'm surprised actually to see Reakly do that. He's played a fantastic 2 games with Momo in this series so far, and to give away a squad like that, an important squad like that as well, is really something. I can only think that he's trying to buy himself a little bit of time here, just keep those MGs constantly you know, hitting infantry squads and not allowing them to move around the map so that he can get some resources, but definitely not worth the trade there. Being said, we've got Reakly totally uncontested on the right hand side. He's trying to make a flank here on the MG42. He's done that successfully. Momo's trying to get the MG42 in the back by the truck, turned round to cover the flank, and that's good movement. But it's still going to force the retreat of the MG42. Artillery's been called down by the recon section.
Trained and ready. The beggars are threatening a capture point.
Will we get the artillery shell? Oh. I thought that was going to be a retreat wipe. Not to be. Momo has a lot of work to do here. Once again, Reakly's map play is very, very strong. He's always in this position where he's kind of attacking the opponent in one place. He's got one unit taking all the resources, and then Momo is now really left in a position where there is no clear path ahead. There's seemingly units on every side. If he does decide to go down to the right hand side of the map now, he has a lot of recapping to do. it will give Reakly a huge buff in resources. So actually, probably the best thing to do is just to reconnect the resources that he does have and keep this Ketten crowd alone on the right. And just for the live chat here, yes, round 3 is also being played and casted today. Tomorrow you've got the semi-finals and the finals, which will be a best of 5.
We're losing a victory point. Stuart's light tanks are ready for mustering.
Just looking at the moment, we have got Reakly has gone for British Armoured Battle Group, so we are looking at potentially Crusader tanks coming in here. Not the best grenade there from Momo. Could see what he was trying to do, but mistimed it. Let's have a little look at the map here. This one's been here since release. Got a lovely beach scene. Momo's doing a really good job of locking down these territories at the moment. It's going to be very, very difficult with the army that Reakly has to get past this. He has got the options to use both the recon flares, and will have the ability to use the artillery barrage fairly cheap at 35 munitions. He'll be able to start forcing those machine guns out, but Momo does have 2 MG42s, and if he's on the ball he'll be able to move them away the moment that the flares come down. You can't really take your time with this though, and you've got to have units there to support, to stop the infantry from getting into a good spot.
The enemy have taken our territory.
Reakly here trying to decap, but hasn't been able to do so because of the connection of the munitions points. And here's the Stuart. I was wondering whether we're going to see a Stuart combo or whether we're going to see a Crusader, but 2 command points off of the Crusader mark yet. Momo's, in a way, done a good job not to have so many engagements where the number of command points is going up. Instead, a lot of suppression platforms are perhaps removing that. It's a bit obvious there. You just see the Pioneers with the Minesweeper. Reakly's going to push ahead anyway. He wants to get on the back of that pack gun. Well, this is difficult. Momo here is just trying to angle it in a way where he can get a hit. Hasn't quite got it, but he has managed to get a Stug out just in the nick of time. He's at least going to be able to save his pack gun, which is pretty solid play actually. Has managed to retain territory and the VP.
We're losing a victory point to enemy action.
Ketten's having a great game, and actually really wish that you could see how many territory points a unit has capped across a game, because this Ketten's been doing incredible work to keep resources for Momo. Here's the second Stuart.
We have a surplus of command points, Commander.
Ketten's got to be careful here. MG42 will have just helped with a bit of recon to say the Stuart's coming. Ketten's able to get out in time. I wish I'd caught that a little bit sooner. Just the guy with the pintle machine gun just popping out of the roof there. Beautiful. Alright, let's have a little look at tech. So as it stands at the moment, Momo's on Mechanized Battle Group. He's equally spent in both Mechanized Armor and Mechanized Support, so we haven't gone for the 8-rad Armored Car here. Interesting to see what his choice is going to be. He's obviously trying to go for territory points that generate fuel, so he is going to go into tech. Perhaps that's his way, especially... It's a bit of a strange one because he's been doing so much capping with the Kettenkrad, but it's infantry that give the +5 fuel. Oh, Kettenkrad caught, just trying to lay a sneaky mine there. I'm a bit worried about this because actually if you present the Stug on the right hand side of the map to the recon infantry squads, both of these Stuarts are going to know that there's no AT on the left hand side of the map. If we look again at Reakly, just have a quick look in his base, he has gone for the platoon command post. He's getting a 3rd Stuart out at the moment. So really he is looking just to overwhelm his opponent with light vehicles. Oh, and again caught laying mines. It's really tough. Momo's had to go for a 2nd Stug, which is a good choice. Right now it is just all about holding territory for him. Stugs there. They were just trying to deal with a Stuart hopping down through the centre. It's a really good opportunity here, by the way. Momo is able to just steal quite a lot of territory on the right. Reakly right now is focused on getting these light vehicles, which is really a strategy he's just invested everything into. He's now going for a 4th Stuart. So Momo's going to be hyper aware of this.
The enemy is trying to take a point from us. Give us orders.
Actually, I think Momo is having a really good game here. He does have a Pack 40 out as well. Just able to sit perhaps behind the Stugs and defend them from any flanking that's going to take place from the Stuarts. But what would be interesting actually to see as well, we don't have the light vehicle training, which increases the accuracy acceleration rate of fire, so might be, to be honest, if you're going to invest in 4 Stuarts, it might be worth checking that. Not sure what Reakly's plan is going to be, but he might invest in that tech, and of course he is about to come to the Crusader medium tank. This is ghastly. I don't want to see this. No, I want to watch this. There go the mines. One is snared. The Stugs are struggling to get back. Pack gun actually has a pretty good target line here. Another Stuart dangerously close to a mine. And I've got to say, Reakly could lose everything in an engagement like this. He's got to be so careful. 2nd Stug coming back just to try and provide some assistance. One of the Stuarts goes down. I actually don't think this looks good at all for Reakly. Investment is not paying off. And actually, the Pack 40 hasn't been decrewed, so there's still a high penetration piece. Reakly calls GG and quits the game. I think he knows immediately this isn't going to work. momo4sho wins the set of 3. That was super unexpected, but GG. Momo through to round 3.